Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy and Burk, talking about movies and trailers, film promotion, and we react to them.
Anything movies.
Yes.
So one of our Cinemondo members suggested we cover this, and it sounded fascinating because one, it's an anthology. It's called Lust Stories 2. It's a sequel to that 2018 film 2000, the Lust Stories.
Right.
So this is actually directed by, it's 4 different directors directing 4 different segments about relationships and, sex and whatever. So
yeah,
I'm interested in seeing it.
I like anthologies.
Me too.
I like short stories. When I read short stories, sometimes there's a different style to the storytelling. If you make a full-length film, you have to introduce the characters and you have a certain pacing. But with short stories, with short films, you have to sort of get in and describe your characters really quickly and then
very
tell the story.
Storytelling.
Efficient. Yeah, that's the word.
And economy. I like it too. Like if you economy. If you don't like what you're watching, just wait for the next one. Maybe you like that.
The next one will be here.
And it seems even with horror anthologies, which is where I see most of this format, is like they're not all good, but some are amazing. So you watch it and hoping for one that really lands for you. Like for instance, the Cabinet of Curiosities. Yeah, that was a great anthology. I didn't love all of them, but I loved seeing an anthology, just an hour-long episode, very clean, very tight. So this one.
And stories with a topic like that, with a horror genre, like firmly in a genre, horror. Right. And then, the idea of relationship stories, because short stories, go back. I mean, in my experience growing up reading the short stories, that usually were about relationships, the O. Henry type stuff there. But they had a lot of times with a short story, they'll have a little bit of a twist at the end or a little hook that kind of, it's not just a story that goes on about a relationship. It usually has a point, like a really distinct point that it wants to make.
That's right. So the 4 directors are Balki, who did Chini Comb, Sujoy Ghosh, who did Bang Bang, which I saw and really liked. It was a remake of Night and Day, the Tom Cruise movie. Kind of a comedy action.
Yeah.
And then we have Amit Ravindernath Sharma, who did Badai Ho, which we also did a trailer reaction to, which this reminds me, I want to watch this. That's about 2 gay people, a man and a woman, who decide to get married to make their families happy. And then they go, then we could just do our own thing. That's the intent. I haven't seen the movie, but that sounds amazing. First of all, so contemporary. And then we have the only female director, Konkona Sen Sharma. And so I'm interested in seeing if we can tell through this trailer alone, we haven't seen the film yet, if we can tell which one has a female point of view. That'd be interesting to see. So let's get started on this trailer. Very fascinated to see how they sell this.
All right. And
all right, let's get
ready.
Going almost good. Okay, everything's set up. Okay.
All right, here we go. And
एक छोटी सी गाड़ी लेने से पहले टेस्ट ड्राइव करते हो ना, तो शादी से पहले नो टेस्ट ड्राइव। आजा प्यार करे, बेशुमार करे, आजा प्यार करे, 61 बार करे, आजा प्यार करे, 61 बार करे।
माँ, अब बकवास कर रही हो।
जो करके तू पैदा हुआ वो बकवास है।
Very short trailer. So I didn't really see the 4 stories, but I'm assuming they're in there. I wonder
it seems like very contemporary stories. There's not gonna be very much, I guess, not huge differences between the stories as far as their visual or their their look or anything like that, or the feel, I guess. But maybe there is. Who knows? Maybe we didn't see very much of it.
Maybe we didn't see it. And then also, I think sometimes you'll have like 4 stories set up in like the same area, or maybe amongst the same amount of friends. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a wraparound, if there's some sort of theme where they're covering a group of friends and you see each of them, or if it's going to be just really disparate 4 different films. very, very fascinated by this whole idea.
Usually anthologies, sometimes anthologies, especially the horror ones, usually have what you were saying is that little thread that runs between them. Like, you know, all these people are trapped in a tomb under a cemetery, and the crypt keeper is telling them 4 stories, and then you find out that they're all dead, and you know. But in this, it looks like, I mean, like you were saying, it looks like maybe the reason it looks like maybe the same vibe, same feel, is that it's about a group of friends. Maybe we focus on this group, and then when their story ends, the camera kind of goes over to this group, and then so maybe it's that, which is kind of a cool idea.
And they had the classic idea of they start with the woman, you know, the grandma who's shockingly progressive, right? Saying things like, why wouldn't you have sex before marriage? Basically, you know, using the classic drive a car before you actually buy it idea.
Yeah, test drive.
And then at the end saying, you were born because of this. Like, she's kind of demystifying the whole sexuality thing that everyone's so uptight about, and, you know, getting married before, you know, having sex, and, you know, arranged marriages and all that, or assisted marriages. So very interested to see how they pan this out. I have no idea.
Well, traditional traditions are so important in some countries where there's other countries that have kind of moved away from the old traditional kind of things.
Yeah.
And you know, in India, I get the impression from hearing, even, you know, from some of my friends who live in America, my Indian friends who live in America, they say that there's still a lot of that, you know, still a lot of people who really want to stick with the old traditions of arranged marriages and marriages that are kind of controlled a little bit by the elders, you know.
Yeah.
So this movie looks like it's kind of pushing against that, which maybe seems a little bit more rebellious than it would if such a film were made in America. Because in America, it's basically like, if you have grandma saying, you know, you should live together first before you get married, it's like, that's kind of, I mean,
good.
Not that radical of an idea, you know.
Well, it looks like it's a pretty likable looking cast. We have Angad Bedi, Neena Gupta, Kumud Mishra, Amruta Shubhash, Vijay Varma, I've seen him and stuff, Tamannaah Bhatia, and a bunch of other people. So I'm going to take a look at this, because sometimes you just want like a nice, fun, bubbly kind of relationship movie once in a while, because, you know, we see a lot of like axe fights in the hallway, or, you know, I can never get tired of those, but sometimes you just want to let's have a feel good movie, and maybe there is some heartbreak in it. It looks like there probably is. It has to do with relationships,
but it looks like one of those sort of cute romance movies. It doesn't look like a heavy duty romance, like
grandma
cheating, and, you know, there's somebody who's heartbreaking, and it looks like kind of funny, meet cute kind of things where, you know, people are, I don't know, misunderstandings and those kind of clever romantic comedy type things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Happy poster. I like how they bring in some of the, like, some beautiful graphics that kind of, you know, are a little more traditional, and then you have a rose at the bottom, which is kind of love, you know.
And the costumes they're wearing very traditional.
It is very graphic. It's all there's no shoot for this. Is all episodic. You know, you can tell lighting is all over the place. It looks a little hacked together because, you know, sometimes you gotta. So but that's the poster, and, you know, it doesn't have anything on it. This is, you know, probably the digital final poster, and they're going to add all of their logos and everything later. But that is the basic look of the poster. Nice graphic one. That's a way to get a lot of cast into one poster, is make it graphic.
The point there is that you're going to see it and go, oh, I love him, I love her, I love, you know, it's like, I want to see this movie. It's got that actor I like in it, you know.
It's about love. See, we can't even use red roses anymore, because everyone thinks you're talking about The Bachelor. They've completely ruined red roses in America.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I was thinking,
So let us know if you've seen this film, or if there's movies some of these directors have done that we should watch and review. I'd love to hear about it. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.